Hi, I'm Jason. And I'm Tedward. We are the Cobb Fathers live from Marietta, Georgia on a Monday night. Busy week. So excited to have episode six. Six. Oh my God, we are six. And we got our repeat guest. We got Jacob. He was our guinea pig on pilot number one episode. So now we're gonna have him in for the whole episode. First of all, we want to thank our sponsor, Good Days Classic Cocktails. Made here in Georgia. We're out of Athens. Four delicious flavors. Please visit drinkgooddays.com or our handle at drinkgooddays on Instagram to find a retailer near you.
What do you got, Jake?
Jake, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm doing the longboat first you picked up at Whitlock Package. So if you need your good days, please go to Whitlock Package. They're all in stock.
Awesome. Thank you.
Jay, same?
Doing longboat.
Yep.
I might go to the heater soon, but yeah,
You know me.
yeah. So good week. So this episode, we're going to do a little Super Bowl recap. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about the commercials. We're going to talk about the halftime show.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Cross.
And then we may jump in a little bit of golf and waste management. That was this weekend.
Awesome.
Runaway winner there.
Yep.
And then we're going to kind of talk about college hoops and then anything else that comes to mind.
Let's get after it.
All right. So everybody probably watched the Super Bowl. I was finally got a pick. I'm actually undefeated.
Really?
And I had the Eagle.
Right.
Yeah, got one right.
We actually didn't do picks last week, did we? I think we all were rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah.
That was the consensus.
Yeah, I believe so. And it was very satisfying if you're, rooting that way. I only knew a couple folks who were actually going for
Cowboy fans,
Yeah.
Giants fan.
Yeah.
Giants fans.
No doubt.
Tough day to beat those guys, but we're happy about that.
Wow. Like, wow, I was right. I mean, people didn't expect that type of a butt kicking.
Absolutely steamrolled.
I mean, it was fun to watch, though.
All facets to the game. They made fewer mistakes. They caused mistakes, right? They forced turnovers. The defense, though, that's the story for me. That's the story versus, I know, they put 40 on the board.
Says it, right?
Yeah, exactly. The dogs, baby. That's it.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, when you got that many dogs on the team, on the defensive side of the ball, it was absolutely amazing. And it was good to see those guys humbled a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
Taken down a little bit. I'm not gonna pull any punches on that. I was honestly smiling to see them, take it on the chin.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Jacob, what was the stat you read today about the Eagles defense?
Was it 42 dropbacks for Mahomes, 0 blitzes? That's pretty impressive. How many sacks did he have?
6 or 7. Yeah.
5 in the first half was absurd.
Yeah.
No,
And I mean, and the amount of hits and the amount of pressures, he had to jump out of the pocket,
never comfortable.
and then forced him. Yeah, kept him uncomfortable, forced him into a couple of errant throws, just really, really bad throws. Had some drops, right? Kelsey looked like a fool. I mean,
Did he do anything? And one catch?
I think he had one catch or two, one, two in the second half. First half, he was shut out. Looked absolutely shell-shocked on the sideline.
Yep.
Which is awesome. It's just awesome.
Well, the one thing that I mentioned last week is you may stop Barkley, but you're not going to stop that offense.
Yeah.
I mean, it just showed, they did a really good job stopping the run.
Yeah.
I'll give them credit.
100%.
But when you got Devontae Smith, you got A.J. Brown, there's a tight end. I mean, and you got Jalen Hurts who can move around.
They couldn't get off. They couldn't keep them from on third down, right? They always stayed on the field, right? They could not get off the field, Kansas City. Every time the Eagles needed to make a play, they made it, right?
Yep.
Extended drives. The kicking game was great, too. That dude, how many false starts did they have on kicks?
At least 2.
Yeah, I mean, every time you lined up, it was just absolutely nail one. It was like, no, 5 more yards are up.
Stood again.
And it's like clock.
Dude, everything. I mean, I don't know if there's a perfect game, but man, they almost played a perfection of the game.
I agree. Even the interception that he threw, that Jalen threw,
Yeah.
That was just sort of.
Yeah, I mean, you gave up 3 points there.
Yeah.
But not the end of the world.
Not the-
Mahomes gave it right back, actually.
He did. Yeah.
3 plays later.
Yep.
So
On.
I think maybe Mahomes might have had a concussion.
Now,
I haven't seen that.
I saw that bullshit.
I mean, you never know. He looked bad, even worse after when he hit his head.
He came out the game ass.
Yeah.
Let's not mince words. He had one of the worst Super Bowl performances as a quarterback. He had his worst career game ever. On the biggest stage.
Yeah.
And you compare it to that Bucs Super Bowl a couple years back against Tom. Holmes looked magical in that game, even though the score didn't.
Yeah.
This game, he looked like he
Well, he had time. He had no time. That was the plan, and they didn't even need a blitz. To your point, that was incredible.
so
Four guys just going by me. Those guys were all over him. I mean, he tried to get away. There was just no way.
Yeah, he was in circles.
I like the shit with Jalen Hurts. My man deserves love.
Yep.
That dude balled out, biggest stage. He did it the first time and lost. Did it again, outplayed Mahomes. Outplayed Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No one does that.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's such a humble guy. You know, he's not like
We talked about last night. It was like he says the right things. He talks the talk, right? It's
Leadership.
leadership is right. Absolutely right. And for such a young guy too.
Athleticism. I mean, he's not ever going to be the best passer out there. Ever will. Like, that's not his strong suit, but he brings so much to the table elsewhere.
But he looked so focused, though. Like, on the sidelines, this and that. Just totally
It
like,
looked like it was in slow motion to him, and it looked like it was at twice the speed for Mahomes.
It was
Yeah.
I enjoyed every bit of it. I know some people didn't.
Well, I know
The average fan did not enjoy it.
most folks who I talked to today were all satisfied and been downright happy with the results for sure.
oh, when the ice in was, there was no ref gate.
That's exactly. I was going to bring that up. I mean, how many of us texted in the first?
At this point, like AJ Brown, I'm like, oh my god. But after that, I gotta say, they let him play. There wasn't a lot of ticky tack calls on both sides, that was great.
one or two that they probably could have done, either called it or that.
But they were consistent this time. They weren't moving one way or the
It
other.
was funny. Everybody talked about that crew leading up to it was one of the most pro KC crews, right? Also had a penchant for throwing flags at crucial times in the game, and there were a couple, but they let them play, right?
Nothing to be mad at. Besides that first call, I'd say
That first call, I was like,
no. It's not football to be played.
Yeah.
Let's not make the refs decide.
And that was even Tom's like that. Tom Brady, your favorite person,
oh god,
even was like, no, that shouldn't have been a call.
yeah, right out of the
I
gate.
mean,
And the ref, right, who's in the booth, right?
yeah.
With that stared, territory. He was like, "Nah, it's terrible. That's terrible." I was like,
So bad.
everyone agrees, right? Everybody who's watching at home and everybody there all agrees, and yet still went their way. So
it's like the crazy thing is the game was over almost. I mean, look, I'm a Falcons fan. You never say it's over, but I mean, I don't even know if the Chiefs had over 70 yards at halftime.
They did 30 yards or something.
I mean, it was like,
and so when they finally got into the Philly side of the fourth quarter, no, they got in at the very end of the first half, and they had run one play in the opponent's territory.
It was after
As opposed to, he got one. Remember, he only got down to like the 40, and then they got knocked back, and they ended up punting anyways. But they only ran, I think, one or two plays on their side of the ball for the entire first half, which is amazing compared to Philly had like in mid-20s, right? And they were getting short fields, so they didn't have that many plays.
Pick six.
Yeah.
I mean, that was elite. That was the best moment.
I thought he stepped out, but watching it live, but then I watched it.
did you see the Eagles coach just running down the sideline with them?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I watched his interview afterwards. The dude, he gets a lot of flack a little bit. What's his name? Serrani. Thank you. But I like that he got emotional. Like the dude's young. I mean, I kind of like seeing that down to earth, not like, I'm an arrogant son of a gun, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, look, the thing is, this is not a lot to talk about because it was just a dominant performance. And the thing is, this team's not going anywhere next year.
Yeah.
I don't think they're really losing.
They lose anybody?
None of the defensive guys.
Yep.
They still got the wide receivers. Now, AJ Brown's been kind of yapping here and there, but he's not going anywhere. It's this team.
The only thing at the end for me was that the ownership was up there. Jeffrey Lurie's up there. He's like, I want to thank our great fans. And I'm like, oh, God. Yeah, Philly fans.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Weren't they like some virus?
I turned it off, went to sleep, but I'm assuming that there was some, nonsense that went on in Philly. But you know what? Every city does it. They just do it probably in excess.
Yeah.
They do it on a Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, they're very passionate. They're very violent fans.
Yes.
They have their sport.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a couple of things that we talked about last week. Will Barkley get over 110?
Yep.
He didn't even get combined yards.
I was a little bit surprised about that. I thought they would mix it up enough where he would get his touches. But honestly, until late in the second half, well, maybe middle of third quarter, he finally got a burst play, 10, 12 yards. And I was like, that's the first one I've seen today. Everything else was just nothing.
I thought he'd get 160 yards. You kind of just had to let it do it.
He's going to keep them honest no matter what, right? They know what the weapon that he is. He's in the backfield.
They game plan him.
Yeah.
They be like, let's let Jalen Hurts beat us. And
Dude, when Jalen Hurts threw that down the Savante Smith,
yeah,
I was like, and that's the kind of like, we're putting the nail. We are not taking the foot off the gas.
that was incredible to me because you're right. He could have easily just said, let's run it. Let's try to kill 5 minutes of the clock here and maybe punt, right? A lot of coaches, mine included, probably would have been satisfied with that, but he was like, screw it.
Yeah.
Put on the gas, let's go. And that was an absolute dot. So yeah, it's great to see.
you know what cool thing about that play? That's the first Alabama player touchdown ever in Super Bowl history.
No kidding.
Yeah, Devontae Smith, Ivan winner. He might be that guy. His resume is legit.
Yeah.
Legit. I mean, big time player, always comes through.
Pick 6 on your birthday. How about that?
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
It was
I
incredible.
mean, what I've liked to have seen a little bit more exciting game, a one-score game back and forth, keep you really occupied. Because I'll be honest, I mean, there were times I was like, I'm washing dishes, I'm walking around, playing with the dogs, doing things that wasn't completely focused on the game because of the Sweet Two. So
if you're a Philly fan, though, that's your team. You're loving every minute of that. You want to just beat the crap out.
I was texting back and forth, and I was like, run it up, full on Spurrier mode is what I said. And I was like, run it. I mean, these guys.
That might be now. They scored stuff in the back at last. That might be the most dominant performance that I can recall in years.
I think it probably should have been 40-6.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, what was it? Seattle who crushed the Broncos
On Manning's best career.
Yeah.
So, but otherwise, I mean,
The Bears. Yeah.
but it'd be interesting. Kansas City needs get offensive linemen, and they need wide receivers, and they might even need a running back.
Yeah.
Because they don't really. I mean, Huntsman is down. I don't know Pacheco. I don't know if he's.
I think I get rid of Kelsey.
Yeah, well,
He's paid for a guy who had one catch, to be honest. I mean, he's still a solid player, but he's not worth whatever they're paying.
no.
Give or take, I said.
I mean, I got to think most of those wide receivers won't be on the team next year.
Xavier Worthy balled out, and it kind of was all garbage time, but you saw kind of a blend.
That was a dot, but you saw those. He was double teamed, sort of. They were both just sort of going through.
They weren't really running. You're right. He didn't give up.
No, he didn't really get 157 yards.
Yeah.
And
And DeAndre Hopkins, he got his touchdown. He got a two-point winner.
Oh, that was he dropped.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, I saw rewatched it. He tricked himself.
Yeah.
He was wide open. It's ridiculous.
So then, we talked about rushing TDs. There was only one.
Yes, push. I know. Imagine that. They go from 7 touchdowns to one. And they still scored 40 plus.
Yeah. And Jalen Hurts had 3 of the touchdowns, 2 throwing, one rushing.
Yep.
So, deserved to be the MVP.
Yep.
But also, I could have given him defense. I mean,
No doubt.
I agree there. It kind of wish
It's hard to pick one.
It was a little too spread out, exactly.
Yeah.
And they had
Sweat played a hell of a game.
Sweat had 6 tackles, 2.5 sacks, right?
Probably
all good, man.
Forced fumble. Who had the forced fumble?
93. I don't know. It's the only guy I don't really know on that team.
Yeah.
Did you see the scuffle between Kelsey and was it Jalen Carter?
Mm-hmm.
And Jalen Carter just kind of bowed up, like, you ain't gonna mess with me, brother.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's to stir the pot, Kelsey. That's why I'm just like,
Yeah.
well, let's go back. The love story. I think they showed her twice.
Yeah.
Maybe.
she got booed both times.
Yeah. So maybe that's finally over.
Maybe the love affair is over. Maybe.
They showed our president. People were giving him crap about saluting. That's what a president does.
Yeah.
Hello, wake up, people. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
People are giving him fat. That's what presidents do during that. And then, going back, the defense was ridiculous. This is where Jacob and I talked. Okay, are you going to pull the defense win championships? Is that what you're going to do? I'm going to pull my stat. I'm going to pull this.
Yep.
We live in Atlanta.
Yep.
We have a pro team. Falcons have only drafted 12 Georgia players their whole
Exactly. Sat on the head.
Yeah. That is
The highest drafted.
the dude can't he did
3rd round, 2011.
he's not even on the team.
In the backyard. Well, I mean, it's point.
That's true. He signed early, but yeah.
I mean, he was.
But again, we're getting people way past their prime.
Gurley was one of the best players peak-wise.
They needed a kicker badly this year. There's 2 Georgia kickers sitting at home doing nothing. They couldn't have signed one of those guys.
He signed some bum who can't even kick a 45-yarder.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it.
So, but just going back, and then whatever. There's a half a dozen Georgia guys. There's 5 Alabama guys on that team. It's just going back. What we talked about. SEC has got pure talent. They can play right away.
Yeah.
Any team that goes to the playoffs, finish Final Four, they're SEC. Even give Big Ten props. You need to be drafting people off those teams.
You have to say there's the Rams defense wins championships. SEC players win championships.
Georgia,
right?
Well, that's what Sirianni did. He say that defense win? Well, last night,
said it.
yeah. But he's so damn humble. I mean, think about it. I mean, what a great dude. He doesn't want the spotlight. And you know what? He's going to win another Super Bowl, I think, one day. It could be next year, but that dude's got the.
They're going to lose both their coordinators, right? I mean, the offensive one's going to be the New Orleans coach.
Maybe.
Right? No, it's a maybe. I thought it was a.
It's not a done deal. I don't hear anything.
They
were interviewing.
I thought he was just going to stick around and move right there, right after the Super Bowl.
After the game, and they were this one reporter. I watched this clip, and he was just pestering with New Orleans Saints question.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore was very disinterested. Train those.
Yeah.
And I would say
it's not a time or place to talk.
What that guy absolute shit.
You got to celebrate your victory that night.
So let me ask you: was Kellen Moore the offense coordinator at Dallas?
He was.
Very
Charger.
Yep.
Messed up again.
Yep.
He's got Schottenheimer instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Schottenheimer.
So always never too early to look the next year. Are the Eagles a favorite already? I mean, they got to be.
I like the Lions still.
I do like the Lions.
I like the NFC a lot.
Yep.
I think they're fun. The NFC's fun. I hate, the AFC's got their staples at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And then outside of that, you hope a team can, be fun.
Yep.
Maybe make some noise. Maybe it's the Steelers.
So who's the next Detroit Lions, right? Who's the next team that is maybe perennially bad, but now is going to play, a 4th place schedule, going to have a lot of cap room, and going to go from 4-12 to 12-4, right?
That shit.
5-12.
I don't know if there's a team right now.
Jacksonville was pretty bad last year. I do think they got a good hire in Liam Cohen.
Yep.
I think that Trevor Lawrence could.
Let's think on that for next week, because I think there's got to be, there's always that one team every year.
Oh, Commanders this year.
Exactly. The Commanders.
It could be. This is a stretch. Maybe it's the Panthers. Maybe they have a quarterback. They have a lot of money to spend. I don't know if I trust that ownership group right now, but they got a young quarterback. They got a few pieces, but they need a lot more. Maybe it's their year to go at least make the playoffs. Maybe the Falcons do as well.
I love Penix. I think Penix is legit.
Mm-hmm.
7 big time throws in his last game. 3rd start in the NFL.
I think Michael Vick came out and said he's expecting big things from him next year.
I expect great things. I'm not going to hold him to a standard, but I just think the ceiling is ceiling. The guy has the arm talent on this world. It doesn't.
They got to get some guys on the other side of the ball.
Defense is very bad in Atlanta, like it always is. And we're hoping maybe we get a little trade going. That'd be miles.
I mean, they might be exciting to watch, right? And always behind and throwing a lot, which makes for exciting product on the field, but doesn't always translate.
Atlanta one of the best teams to have on primetime because it's always fucking close.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's either a blowout and they lose. Or we never win big.
Yeah. Or you blow a lead and then either almost give it away or give it.
Yeah. Hey, how can we win?
Yeah.
We beat the
Hey, we beat the Eagles.
I know it.
Not many teams can say that.
We're a little lucky.
Hey, Mark, we dropped the ball.
Maybe lucky than good. I've always said that. It's like my golf game. Yes, the luck.
Ooh, we're going to ask you about your golf in a little bit.
Yeah, we should start with the waste management because that's basically what I would do.
Let's run through the rest of the coverage for the Super Bowl.
So, and it's not all about the game. Oh, commercials. People love the commercials, the halftime shows, all the entertainment.
Well, we went over to me and Alan did. We went to our buddy's house for the game. We always bet on the commercials because it's fun. Car commercial. I'll bet car commercial at 5 breaks in a row, lost $40. Then he bet that it would happen before halftime. The skin of his teeth made his money back.
Did you win any money?
No. Actually, no. I bet Ethan that the Chiefs wouldn't score with 7 minutes left in the first half, and they didn't. They tried to a lot, but they weren't very good.
So I actually watched all the commercials because I didn't have to do anything. I was landing on my rear end. So I liked the Little Caesars one. It was like these little cheesy puffs.
Yeah.
Check it out online. Pretty good.
Might have to be a snack.
I've had those.
Have you?
They're fantastic.
There was a theme too, a little bit. Some of these commercials, like Unity and this and that here and there. Some, you may agree or not. Glenn Powell doing Ram Truck.
Yes. So that is my favorite, right? Because one, I thought the truck stuff was cool.
Yeah.
And of course, they're playing Van Halen.
Yeah.
And during it. So I was fist pumping, and so that for me absolutely wins the show. Right. I love that.
I'm playing at pickleball, right? I love the Mick Ultra one.
I didn't see it.
Check it out. Willem Dafoe today, and I was like,
yeah, it's pretty good.
Dafoe was nuking some people.
Playing for an ultra.
It's so good. So good.
Good.
I like the Post Malone Bud Light. That was already out before, but it's just funny.
Yeah, I think we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Because we'd seen,
Peyton's in there, a couple other people.
Yep.
And then I tell you, check this one out. The Harrison Ford Jeep commercial.
yeah, that was solid.
Well, you Jeep people,
right?
No, not even that. Just, dude, it was done.
Or is that jealousy?
It's kind of like,
I answered. There was no good eye roll. You Jeep people. There was no Genesis commercial. There was a Genesis. I don't know. I didn't believe it wasn't that.
I'm surprised there was no Lincoln Matthew McConaughey.
Was it a Lincoln one? I think
Beats.
Uber Eats.
I hate that.
Pretty good. It was good. He does a good job.
the weird one for me was that cowboy hat, the Tubi, that head shaped one. The Tubi.
What I
Literally was like,
what is that? Yeah.
So Tubi's an online streaming, TV service. And I don't know how they related the two together, but they showed the kid in utero, and he had a head shaped like that. And then the whole thing was about him growing up and being teased about his cowboy hat until he found his people in a cowboy, like in a Western bar kind of thing. And some guys wearing elf hats and stuff. The whole thing was freaking bizarre. And it was flesh colored, and it was like part of their head. And I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
There's another one, and then they had like the witch hat.
Yeah.
Basically, I didn't fucking like.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
So there's a lot of pub that Elon was going to have a commercial. Well, here's the commercial he had. It wasn't really him. It was Starlink, now available with T-Mobile.
Yeah.
And you can get Starlink free on any other carrier until July.
Yep.
I think that's big news.
Our company's now a Starlink, provider or, partner. So
I'm ready to go. I would always teeter on going to T-Mobile, but the coverage here is not great.
Yeah.
So I made 20 with it, man.
we have.
So you have it.
We have it, yeah.
So you'll be getting Starlink then, or you are on it now.
I mean, yeah,
I
I don't know how that works either, but yeah, we've been on it for years. Actually, since I went off of AT&T, because I had to be on that for my old job.
Yeah.
But when we went here, Chris was already on it. She gets the discounts you get for like military discount and like multiple lines and whatnot.
Right.
We're robbing them. Honest to God.
We have 4 phones. What do I pay? It's about 240, 250.
We are $141 for 5 lines, unlimited everything.
Yeah, you should fucking punch on.
It's just nuts. I'm like, what are we doing here?
I do want to punch you right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I mean, we get the military discount, which I think is literally.
I look like I could be in the military.
It's true. You do. Yeah,
Because your head's
it's good enough to be. Yeah,
it's shiny right now.
I know.
Nothing.
I know.
well, anyways, shout out T-Mobile. There's a little plug for you.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
We love the service. We love the coverage. I get T-Mobile Tuesdays. You get a lot of.
don't you get some like free?
Oh, plus we get Netflix.
Oh, I'm going.
But
Check it out.
they pay for like 75% of our Netflix. So yeah, it's great.
I don't need a new phone. I just want to.
It's pretty good. I got no problem with it.
What's your bars right now?
This
is like a cave.
Yeah. So, all right. So,
hang on. Let's talk about the music then, right? Let's talk about the music, and I know you're going to get to the halftime show, right? But if you watched from the beginning, right? Trombone Shorty.
badass.
That was the best.
I've seen him at Jack.
Oh, wow. And I had no idea who it was, right? And I'm like, yeah, what is
Great.
Trombone Shorty? And it did, American Beautiful, and it was tremendous rendition, and it was so New Orleans. It was,
Awesome.
street music,
Yeah.
Vibe. I thought, wow, that was really cool. Really cool.
Yeah. You've never been to Jazz Fest?
No.
Should be on your list.
Okay.
We could go one.
Bucket list?
It's fun. It's so like Music Midtown. It's like really sprawling.
Yep.
This is so tight and amazing.
Yeah.
And you can go to.
I have a friend of mine, and he used to go
years. I'm in like
religious
sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's your next?
Yes, the Trombone Shorty was tremendous. That was for money highlight of the night in terms of entertainment. The anthem,
He's not bad.
it wasn't bad, but it
He's
just
local.
it wasn't my thing. So no, I got it. It was the whole, New Orleans, but it sounded like he was trying to be New Orleans jazz club, like
Too much.
kind of quiet and just didn't really resonate with me, but it fit the mold, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was a classic New Orleans vibe to it. So, good job. Not my favorite rendition, but we've certainly heard a lot worse, right? We've all seen Carl Lewis to the anthem, so
God awful.
yeah. But Trombone Shorty, boom, double thumbs. That was tremendous. Go look it up. Yeah,
I think John Batiste was pretty good. Probably a little too quiet or mellow.
Yeah.
But he's very talented. He's
no doubt.
he's always at Jazz Fest every year.
I'm not sure it translates the anthem into every.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes to the segue. We're going to go to the halftime show. Why are they getting bigger stars?
Yeah.
Or people who've already made it? Nothing against Lamar, but did you know all the songs? You guys probably did. Did you?
I knew most of the
Yes.
I was actually I was a bigger fan of his old stuff. He threw a couple of the old ones in there. I like the Black Panther song, kind of whatever.
Yeah.
That album that he had, I like that one. Like the other song.
So that's, I didn't quite get what everyone was saying on Twitter and stuff. I was like, why do they keep putting this, acronym up there? I didn't get what it meant.
You didn't know it was her.
He had to tell me that was her name. Yeah, she was really good. She said, for me, she saved that performance because I was like, I'm watching him do his thing. No one really even, I mean, I had to double take it. And I was like, no, it's so, did you guys notice that?
I did. You noticed to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
But is that who it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
She was very good. Really.
Very talented.
I was
very talented.
That elevated the whole thing for me because before that, I was like, what am I watching?
Rap is necessarily y'all's John.
No,
At least modern day rap.
but I couldn't quite figure out all the symbolism and what the hell was going on either. I literally was like, this is a Squid Game vibe for me. I was waiting for somebody to come in with a machine gun and that's all like that.
That's what Ethan was saying.
Yeah, I was like, well, what is going on?
So going back.
You
So it seems like most Super Bowls, it's either somebody's already hit it and they're maybe doing a little comeback or whatever. I firmly believe we should go back that maybe 90% of the people know who it is versus 30%. Yeah.
I think he's a big star. I think the problem is that he's a lyricist at the end of the day. He's supposed to tell a story. Most of his songs tell a story.
Correct.
It's just not really. He did a good job for what his music is, especially his current songs. A lot of lyrics, and it's not really meant for like a crowd pleaser. I don't think he's a crowd pleaser shit. But the performance was solid. I just don't think the Super Bowl is meant for.
The choreography to me was actually pretty good. I mean,
and they kept it clean.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
well, you didn't know it.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know what's going on. I mean, there were no, like blatant to me as I'm watching it. And if you had little kids who were watching it,
They didn't know.
They didn't drink this.
they didn't, they didn't
Get the pedophile. I don't know if I just said it on the pod. Yeah, the pedo reference there.
I know it now because I've brutal.
Yeah. Imagine being Drake.
Yeah.
And then he's saying, "Turn off the TV" right after that.
Yeah.
Turn that shit off.
Right.
I would have not listened. I was straight. So that's brutal. I mean, he got baptized. For the next day, they were talking about Biggest Loser on First Take. Stephen A. Smith came in hot and said Drake was the biggest loser. There was a take that it might have been Taylor Swift, and then Mahomes kind of sat at third, which is crazy after that performance that we just discussed. But Drake, I think, deserves that number one slot. 125 million people watched him get embarrassed and roasted on live TV.
But how many people even knew that was going on?
A lot of people would ask.
A lot of you guys did, but a lot of us were like, what?
But he also down the next.
We know that the
next-
next got on Twitter this morning, and I was like, oh, okay. My wife sent me this, whole explanation about the whole thing, and I was like, okay, ding, 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 ding. And I mean, that was song. I knew he was the disc guy, right?
Yeah.
So I knew that much. And Owen and I talked about it briefly when he got home, and kind of explained a little bit to it. But I was like, for the entertainment value for me, I was like,
That's a fair representation.
Yes, and a lot of people, the ratings are higher for the Super Bowl show, halftime show, than they are during the game. I'd be curious to see what those numbers really came in at when they release them, I think, tomorrow. So, well, you know what? It's a long football season. It's over. But if you want to get more football, it starts in March.
yeah.
Boy, UFL, is that what it is? Hey, guys, if you need your fix, I do have to bring up one commercial. So I'm all in on women playing flag football.
Yeah, me too.
High school, but come on. Women outrunning.
The message at the end was right when they said, let's get
Yeah.
it in all 50 states as a varsity sport. Now I'm like, yep. How they got there?
I was disappointed on how they got there.
Yeah.
I was like, at the end, I'm like, hell yeah. What I have in high school?
Yeah.
Put it in college, man. Whatever. Like, don't let them be limited, in like a mixed, co-ed team and, elementary school. And
Like I said to my wife today, I said, when I was growing up, at least, every high school played Powder Puff anyways. They all had a Powder Puff tournament or a homecoming or blah, blah, blah. So this isn't anything new. This is just more organized now. And, it's fun to watch. Honestly, Illinois won a state title a couple of years ago, or almost did, right? Like,
hey,
up. So we had some.
played flag football for years.
Yeah.
The church league.
Yeah.
Jacob was one of our best receivers.
Yeah. He was like Kelsey, just go and find a spot.
They thought, I was like 15 years old. They didn't even guard me. He was great. He was sat in the middle and then ran straight.
Yeah, it was fun. But anyway, I thought that was a little too much for me. But anyway,
Well, and I think we'd all agree we'd like to see it.
I would watch it because flag football, it's a tough game.
Football's fun.
It's way different than playing. Tackle football is easier. You just go at somebody and bring it down.
Attack, yeah.
I mean, grabbing that flag's tough, man. I mean, many times he fell on my and flag football, you're still pushing around. You're just in that. Everything else is the same. It's just you got to grab that stupid flag.
Yeah.
The hockey's a little weird hard, actually.
So
Basically.
all right, before we jump into, we're good. We good with the wrap on football?
I think so. That's a wrap. Done with the NFL season, right? It's been,
Pleasure.
yeah, until, there's always
The draft.
yeah.
Oh, the draft's really big.
the schedule
Yeah.
and the draft, right?
We're going to schedule.
There's always things,
We don't know who we're playing.
always things to talk about, right? We don't know who we're playing.
All the day.
Yeah.
And look, hey, Steelers, Ireland, we're looking at it.
Who are they playing?
This I've heard two teams. I heard the Bills, but now everyone's saying the Packers.
That's a great game.
So I think Steelers, Packers. If the timing is right, it's the early in the season.
Double?
The Guinness is
Guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, Guinness is great beer.
Yeah.
Ted loves drinking where he's at, like the culture.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think the Falcons might be going to Germany.
Really?
That's the one.
They seem to go more than.
Oh yeah.
Well, Jacksonville.
You know why?
Because
It's their sheriff, and they need the money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
But every team eventually is going to be going like every 2-3 years.
I heard that, and then I think they're going to do like if you go, you get the next week as a bye, right? Automatically, right?
They'll play back to back.
Yeah.
it's because they and they're
Yeah, that's because they're owner. Yeah.
yeah, he was playing over there in England.
Depending if the Falcons do go to Germany, that might be in the docket. But I think I'm going to be in Italy, unfortunately, because they're probably.
Oh wow, yeah, it's gonna be Italy.
I know.
What an unfortunate place to be, right? Brutal. I mean,
Oh no, it's going to be.
I ain't going to survive.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pizza,
Red wine.
wine.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
All right, we're gonna go jump to the snack. What do we got here, Jacob? This is your snack.
Oh yeah, so I picked up this at the gas station. It's actually a staple for me at the gas station. The cheese it duos, the sharp cheddar and the Parmesan.
Is that Hadley flavored duos, or duo just means that?
That's the only one at Racetrack. There's got to be more out there. I just haven't. I think there's another one.
They make more than one duo.
Yeah,
Right.
They have the cheddar jack is also a favorite.
And I know you guys, this is.
I mean, these are crushable.
You guys are a cheese it. Just
These
aficionados. Let's see. See what we got here. What a
Jacob are.
leg double out.
He already guaranteed.
A couple of each.
I've already put a.
He had an early rating in the.
You won't say it yet until after.
Oh my goodness.
You got to eat the combo as well.
Oh,
Mix them up.
I totally did.
oh my God. So you're saying together.
Yeah, together. That's the whole one. They're duos. They go together.
I mean, I'm a big Cheez-It fan. I like Cheez-It better than Goldfish. And Goldfish is pretty solid.
The Rush goldfish.
Yeah.
I mean, these in particular or the just Cheez-Its in general?
Cheez-It junk.
How about the Cheez-It commercials are pretty good?
The mustard.
We didn't talk about that one.
Yeah, pretty good. Andy Reid's late, flew off. That was pretty fun. Yeah, wasn't bad.
What about Levy with his eyebrows?
That was the same one, right?
No, that was different.
Oh, mustache.
Yeah.
Around.
No.
Eyebrows and shit. Well, all right, look. Based upon last week's scores, right, which were like the seeds you brought,
That was a 3-2, and
that was a 3-2 and a 3-4.
No, I guess 3-5.
Well above 4.
yeah,
I mean, it's not into the 5 range for me, right? Not at the top of the ceiling here, but I'm gonna go 4-2.
I'm going 4.5. I love Cheez-Its.
I mean, I threw out a 4 beforehand. I'm gonna stick with like 4. I mean,
I think you were going 4.2 at least. You got a 4.2.
these are 4. I said they're 4. I think I'm consistent. I love them. I mean, I like snacks in general. I just can't say it's
And you got him at racetrack.
racetrack on the way home.
Another club.
Then I went to Whitlock Package. Shout out, good days.
Hey, racetrack. Get on us. Start following us. I think we're at 20 now.
Can I get a gas card, please?
All right. So, here's the thing. You probably know more about the golf tournament that happened this weekend. I'm more about hole 16, the party, the hole in one, the beer thrown everywhere, the atmosphere. I mean, I saw that and I was like, man, we need to go.
I know.
Right?
It was on Owen's bucket list last week. He mentioned it. And I couldn't agree more. Because it looks like, first of all, the weather, right, in Arizona this time of year.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely perfect.
Not too hot yet.
We got to get with somebody to get us in one of those luxury suites up there. Because I saw camera going through there talking about food items, all drink items, and, what's their signature drink out there? Like, the U.S. Open has one. Obviously,
The Masters had.
Masters has their, their pimento cheese sandwiches and whatnot. What is the go-to thing out there?
Shotgunning beer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess it's just lob and half. I mean, here's the guys who make punts, right?
I think that's really it.
Like some of these guys, you see them are so fucking destroyed. I guess you're there 14 hours.
Yeah.
Drinking.
I mean, Ted, that would be you.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It would be.
Wait a second.
I could try to do it Saturday night.
I mean, there's no way you can do that for 14 hours because I can't carry you out. And you
Saw somebody.
you were pretty glossed over Saturday night.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
We went to Monkey Barrel in Marietta.
Yep.
Good time there.
What a crew.
Played a little Golden Tee.
Yeah, who won Golden Tee? Did Ted get?
I actually got the victory.
He did.
But one shot. Yep.
Yeah.
I tell you, the guys who played before us would house us.
Really?
They were like professionals. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I watched these guys play and I was like, is this for real? Like, is this?
We got to step up our game.
Oh, they were like 15, 16 under, each one of them.
Nice.
It was like a scramble score.
It was
It's the one dude.
He was wide. I was talking to a couple of friends.
Like I kept going back and forth, waiting on them to finish. And they were just chatting them up and stuff. And, I was like, you guys really, the place is wild because it's got like bingo machines and like,
Hey,
I
a
mean,
lot bigger than I remember. I think I've only been there once in the last 25
I
years.
got shuffle, they had a DJ there, a bunch of, I said basically it's like, Johnny's Hideaway meets Trailer Park, right? I mean, it was some really interesting folks.
It was fun though. We saw our old bartender from Top.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And she's
I
like,
hadn't seen her in 15 years.
literally like, Annette.
I know.
Boom, right away.
We used to go there, yeah. And she was the bartender with you guys.
She's 42 now.
Is that what you said? And I didn't ask. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not like getting up, but we're all aging. So,
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we went. We'll definitely go back.
yeah.
Hey, pictures, that, and the bill at the end of the night, I was like, whew.
I don't remember what.
Oh, it wasn't a whole lot.
Did we pay it? I don't remember.
We did. We paid cash.
Yeah. Oh, did
And I was the one glazed over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't say it was similar.
So what? 1, 2,
So,
I got 130.
40. Yeah,
Before let's go beforehand. You guys jumping a little ahead of the night.
let's do it. We're at the KSU game. Jacob's got the glasses on, right?
Yeah.
Good Day's the sponsor, right? Official cocktail of KSU sports. If you don't know KSU, Kennesaw State University, it's right up the road. Local college, the biggest college in Georgia now, right, Jacob? By enrollment,
The bodies.
by enrollment. That's what I mean. By enrollment.
It's a good school too.
It's a very good school. And
Very well run.
so much fun. So I've been to a couple of football games in the fall. We went to. Jason's got great seats there. Got into some hospitality there. He's got a buddy who also does a sponsorship there. So we kind of kick it around, go back and forth there. Football, they're okay. They got kicked around a little bit most times. But,
First year.
yeah, Conference USA. So,
They won.
but the hoops, man, I'm telling you, they got this huge pep band, like, got to be what, 40, 50 kids?
Yeah.
7 tubas. I've never seen anything like it. It's huge. All sporting the Good Days glasses.
Yeah, I gave them all glasses.
The ones you didn't already have ones.
Yeah. At least they put them on their head. They all enjoy free stuff. They're college kids, right? But if you're in Kennesaw or you're in the northern Georgia area, great place to go see a game. Parking's free. Easy in and out.
They got 2 guys.
Yep.
I hope they stay. But one's from Tuscaloosa, Woolley. That dude is for real. He play on any team.
Yeah.
I mean, he may not start on a Power 5 team, but he's playing.
Yeah, we watched Kyle put 30 up during the week, and
Yeah.
he got in some foul trouble Saturday night, so he didn't have a huge night on the.
They were down by 15 at half. They came back. They had a chance to win.
Yeah, they had a half quarter to win the game.
Yeah.
They just can't believe
Yeah.
it. So, but quality entertainment. We were up in the hospitality area where they take great care of us and they serve
Good days.
So, check it out.
Absolutely. All right. So going back to the waste management. So that guy ran away with it. He won by 7 strokes. So
He did.
And wasn't Jordan Spieth winning at one point?
He was close. So I think they cut it.
He finished like 8 back or something.
The lead got cut. The lead got cut to
D-try.
It was his first PGA Tour victory. The White Jazz are their first PGA. That's versus the Europeans or elsewhere. So I don't think it was his win at. Well, I'm not sure he's on the live, but
No, he can't play him. They didn't live.
Yeah.
They haven't combined them yet.
yes, this secures his card for 2 years, and now he gets to go to the Masters, and he gets lots. Yeah, so he was pretty psyched, but he dropped the hammer. I mean, they kept getting a little bit closer, and he had two, 3-shot lead, and then just absolutely dropped the hammer. It was like birdie, eagle, birdie, something finished like that. It was just, forget it.
Well, the thing about that, even the players have fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're not totally
And on 16, he gets up on 16 and hits it like this.
Yeah.
I mean, he said afterwards, he was like, I was just trying to hit the middle green, give myself like a 15-footer, make par, get out of there. Right? Because, I mean, you got what? 20,000 fans, 25,000 fans in that arena, all going nuts. They are cooked at this point, right? They've been there all day, all week, right? So these guys, the atmosphere there has to be amazing on Sunday. So he gets up there with, I think at that point he had a 3-shot lead. And he puts it to like this. It was a 2-shot swing, right? The other guy went over, couldn't get up and down. So that, he opened it up right away to a 4-shot lead, and I think pulled away on 7. He finished birdie after that. It's 17 and 18. So this guy was, yeah, it was good. I mean,
he finished 23 under, I think he was.
he did.
Good Lord.
And this week, Tigers hosted the tournament.
But he's not playing.
This is one that was supposed to be in LA, but now they had to move it because the fire.
Yeah.
So it's in.
But he's not playing.
It's in San Diego. It's at what's it called? La Jolla.
Yeah.
I think
Nice.
Yeah.
Something happened to his mom?
I think that she died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard of his mom. I don't know if that's that why he's not playing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
But anyway, so here we go. Golf is upon us, right? I don't usually watch the Hawaii stuff really early on.
I like players. This is my first tournament.
Yes, but this is always my first.
I should watch.
I like this one.
This one just because of the atmosphere. And Owen's really into it now. He's like, turn it on all weekend. He's like, turn it on. I was like, all right, here we go. So yeah, it's a good time of year because now it's always around this time. NFL's,
Super Bowl's always it's always the same Super Bowl weekend. Yeah.
there's not a lot of distractions other than college hoops. So yeah, I think I watched quite a bit of it, and it was good golf. And I'm looking forward to the kind of spring swing.
The best tournament coming up in April here.
He fell apart.
I would like to, before we dive into it too much, that was his worst finish, I think, in over a year.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that.
Yeah.
The guy's been on a tear.
And he after the front 9, I think he was like 3 or 4 under on the front. He was doing well. He's right back in it. And he had a pretty big. He was probably 6, maybe 8 shots back to start the day. But then his back 9. I think he had a couple bogeys. Might even had double. But interesting is that the kid that he played with was a Monday qualifier. He's from Georgia, went to Florida State.
Yeah.
His name again?
Luke Clinton.
I heard a little bit about him, not till the last 9 of Sunday, but it was his 3rd start, I think, or 2nd or 3rd start. Trying to get his card. He was Monday qualified for this thing. So you don't know what that means. You literally you play around Monday to get into the tournament.
They shot 3 spots left and right.
Yeah, exactly. They only take a couple, so that's super exciting to see him. And he finished, I think, 14 under, probably top 15 for sure. I already made like $300K.
He did a nice check.
Yeah. Nice check, and he'll get some more sponsors exemptions, and I think you get some automatic entries in some of the other tournaments. So this guy, that might have been his career starter right there for this guy. Right?
Golf was pretty cool.
Yeah. So, and he's local right here. A couple of buddies of mine, grew up playing in Javits with him and know him. So they said he's a really good guy. I talked to him today at work, so they were excited for him. So,
well, maybe we'll get there in the next year or two because that would be a fun event. We can save somewhere free.
I don't see why. Yeah, you got family, and I got family. I don't know what we're doing. Why aren't we going?
We could probably figure out how
We should have that shit.
pictures. So get some tickets.
I think we should just get them to, go on a good day. We saw Good Days in Arizona yet?
Not yet. We're
Not yet.
we're working on those
Yeah.
things. Takes time. Let's get in there. We're going to Florida and hopefully Tennessee first.
Yeah.
Expand
the empire. It's a good day.
Before we jump into college basketball, Jacob, you played golf this past weekend. How'd that fare?
Yeah, I was doing my own waste management this weekend. Picking up trash on the course. Like the first round in probably 6-7 months. Actually, I think last July. It was good to be back out there. I mean, beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, we felt
70 degrees. Yeah.
summer.
Yep.
And we're back to the cold. I mean,
A little chilly today. Yeah. But
I think I had 4 bars.
Nice.
Hard 3 course at Legacy, but you know what?
Yeah.
Take bars.
That's it.
Bars are count.
Right?
You know what? That's a great
You know
course to work on your 4, your 5, 6, 7, 8 irons, things like that.
My putting and close chipping is the worst part of my game. I feel pretty good because usually I struggle off the tee.
Yep.
The irons are always pure. I felt pretty good. I had some good shots. Almost thought I had a hole on number 4.
Then we found off a tree.
Another one?
Yeah.
It was right behind it, about 5 feet.
Wow.
What do you think happened next?
Three putted. Well, that's impressive.
Yeah, the putting was off. It definitely cost me a lot of strokes, but it's all right. It was fun.
Fun get there, yeah.
Kind of want to play again, but I heard it's raining.
This week,
Yeah.
man, Saturday might be okay.
I might scramble out there, go
So,
down or something. So
yeah, I played a little golf. I played with my buddy Rick, and we played against Sean and this other guy Eric. We played like a 2-man scramble. We got annihilated.
you and Rick?
We got beat.
Was Rick off his game?
Wow, we were both kind of
Rick's usually
we couldn't we were like, maybe I'd have a good shot and he'd have a shitty shot. They get it. They get us off the tee.
Yeah.
Like if he's not hitting off the tee, like I don't hit far off the tee.
Yeah, you got to.
Those guys, those young guys pounded, but I made like a 40-footer off the green on a putt. I played.
This guy's the king of the fringe putt.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter how far. If it's on the fringe, he's got a chance.
But
Green far, no chance.
I'll tell you though, I'm excited when you get to re-grip my clubs.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you see some of them,
Yeah.
you're going to be like,
The drive you do.
the driver is a disaster.
Man, you hurt you fucking.
Well, if it rains this weekend, we'll do it for sure.
Yeah, it's raining all week. So,
Yeah.
but whenever you do it, I mean, I'm sure playing the place anytime soon. So, all right. So we're going to do college football and then do the recap. Basketball. And then we'll talk about cornhole.
So it wasn't the disaster that was last week, right? Last Saturday, what did we talk about last show? Like 11 teams in the top 25.
Yeah, staff.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Most losses ever.
So this was not like that, other than the top 5, right? A lot of shifting around, maybe not so shifting. Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. So
They still are number 1 though, right?
And the AP poll, the coaches poll, Bama's number 1.
I didn't know that.
And I looked at it today before.
Yeah, of course you would.
So there's 4 of the top 5 are SEC.
Yep.
I mean,
It's unbelievable.
it's Auburn, Bama, Florida, Tennessee.
Yep.
And there's a big matchup this weekend.
Yeah.
1 versus 2.
Yep.
And
It's
it's in T-Town.
Yeah.
That's a big.
And that'll be the biggest matchup for both programs, like ever.
Basketball history.
Yeah.
Either of the
Yeah, I mean, basketball feels like it's still.
Oh, of course. The Darren Bowl of basketball.
So
Where's it at and what time?
it's on Saturday, Tuscaloosa. I don't know what time.
That's 4:30 for some reason.
Good time. That feels like a
Not good. That should be prime. That should be prime time Saturday
It's
night.
prime time for basketball on Saturdays.
7. I gave you. Yeah, you do 7 and then a 9. You can do back.
I like the 9 or 8:30. They usually do.
9 would make sense in Alabama because you could pick up an hour.
Yeah. So they play 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Wow.
I don't know
1
why.
o'clock.
Yep. They'll be.
So we play Auburn. Alabama plays Auburn, and then we play Missouri on next Wednesday.
Yep.
Which they're
And
ranked.
then you finish again with all.
And then we got Kentucky, Mississippi's maybe,
Yep. And then Tennessee.
Tennessee. I mean, they got it.
It runs the gauntlet.
They got it. And listen,
Yeah.
they lose like 1 game. Like they're probably number 1 seed anyway.
Probably.
I mean, they're close.
Yep.
I absolutely wouldn't mind being a number 2. Take the pressure off.
There's no Clemson knocking Duke off though. That was big. How was Clemson still only like 23rd? Right, they're barely in the top 25,
They're like the best team in the ACC.
and they've got some huge wins. Yeah, they're what? So 11 and 2, something like that.
It's because the AC is not getting respect right now.
I think so.
I mean, Duke getting respect up.
But Duke's the only team who's ranked in the ACC right now. Clemson just re-entered.
That's it.
That's it.
It's just 2.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm sorry, the best basketball. I know I was talking about it last week.
It's crazy. Crazy how it's flipped.
I got to look at the standings.
ACC runs basketball now.
Yeah.
standings.
right?
Yeah, but
Now
not.
you got what's UConn's conference? What's that one?
Yeah, Big East.
Big East is solid.
Big East still got.
But I know they're not teams in it too, are they not?
UConn lost Saturday. I'll talk about that one for a minute. While you
Vandy's number 9 now?
yeah,
That's where?
UConn played Johnny's, played St. John's,
Oh, no, they're number 9 in the SEC. Sorry, I was looking at it wrong. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, St. John's.
and St. John's. I mean, that's a very, very good basketball team.
Yeah, look,
It was
all these teams from 5 to 10
Yeah.
could easily win the whole thing.
St. John's is 9.
St. John's.
Yeah.
nine.
I'm not well versed in basketball.
It's deserving after watching that game, right? They went to UConn, right, in stores, and that defense, it was like the Eagles.
Maryland.
It's like the Eagles last night, stifling.
Maryland, ACC now?
No,
Big Ten.
Big East?
the Big Ten.
I'm
It's a Big Ten football.
I know.
I'm so confused.
I know.
They were.
I know.
They're Big Ten.
Were they in the East? They were.
They were. They used to
Okay.
be. But
All right.
now, yeah.
My gosh, I got to keep up.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it, it's like, yeah, I mean, powerful football programs owning basketball.
UConn actually dropped out of the top 25. They're still.
How do you feel?
But they're going to tournament.
I think this is tough, man. You know, between Marquette and Creighton, Johnny's, you know, I mean, it's very. I'm not going to say
It's not as heavy as the SEC, but it's a good. It's still.
it's still a good conference. Now,
You got the back-to-back national champions in there.
we do.
I mean,
Yeah, St. John's really.
It's got a couple losses on the docket.
Yeah.
Back-to-back daddies.
Yep.
Going to give you some bias. Got to get them in the tournament.
They just got their, 5-star freshman back. That was his first game back. He did not play well. Didn't shoot well. Played well. End of the day, had probably 15 points, but yeah, I think he started out like 0 for 8 or something. So they were a little slow out of the gate. But yeah, I give it all to Patino and St. John's. They look really good.
So look, I love March Madness, like you said.
Oh yeah,
But I'm really pumped for when it hits because there's going to be a lot of good teams, a lot of good games. And I think by second round in some matchups, it's going to be like upset city.
You guys should pump. You guys get to see your teams. My team hasn't made it since what? My middle school.
And Georgia, I think, really had a good chance. They got to put up some wins on the last.
They lost to Mississippi State. I saw some alert that said that was probably a bad loss for the bubble.
Yeah.
You're right.
But dude, you finish strong.
We have a big win against Kentucky. We had some bad loss. We lost 30 to Florida. We're not. And that's why I don't really see them.
Well, you're not as good as those other teams, but you guys are getting so much better than you are. That program is building. So
We took Florida's coach, and Florida's number 4 seed. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to be a Georgia fan because we're so good at football. But other than that, we just seem to be disappointing in every other facet.
not baseball. I mean,
I know. Baseball, we kind of turned around last year.
yeah,
Condon was great.
they're top 10 this year. Baseball, preseason.
well,
Something.
oh, we need to put that on the docket. SEC baseball.
Oh yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, you talk about power. You talk about a power conference. There is no other when it comes to college baseball.
Nobody.
Think
Yeah.
about it. Like, Georgia's a state in high school.
Yep.
Top 5 football, top
Texas.
5
Yep.
in basketball, top 5 in baseball.
Yeah.
Georgia,
Texas, but yeah.
We don't get the basketball players. We don't.
No.
And it's
No.
they're going to Auburn.
Well, it's crazy. The point guard for St. John's is where's he from? Buford. Grayson. Yeah, with the Grayson.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Wow.
Who you draft?
Yeah, but still, he did transfer to Georgia.
I wasn't going to. And we got Dominique's son coming in.
Hey, man, that's going to help. Big names there. And look, they'll slowly slide more money over to the basketball program.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't happen.
Baseball's got a whole new field this year.
Baseball, I'm thinking about going to a game.
A lot of money they pumped into that. So yeah.
Take a little weekend, go see maybe play Clemson. I love when we play Clemson. They're
Yeah.
good at baseball. They're one of the best ACC.
Sure.
They seem.
Maybe I'll see Michael go with you.
Yeah, maybe. Boy.
Pickleball. So what's happened to pickleball this week? So we had, our match.
You didn't lose to 12-year-old this week?
We didn't lose at all.
I should have played.
They lose, no, we didn't play. So good. Elizabeth and I were done. We had a forfeit, so we won that.
Yep.
So our season's done. Dave and I have 2 more matches, but we're supposed to play tomorrow night. Well, it's like rain.
That's why we moved to tonight.
Yeah. And then we were technically could have played tonight the other match, but they can't. They're going out of town. I think they're going to have to forfeit. So hopefully we're going to slide in probably the playoffs. Dave and I, Elizabeth and I will not, but it's all right, man. I want to play indoor, so I'm kind of excited about the bad weather because I think there's some spots to go play indoor. Usually the ball's different, and
Is it? It's playing at that pickled, what's it called? Painted pickle? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they have team there and stuff.
Is in Painted Pickle?
No, I should have.
We try. We're in Painted Park though. Okay. On the Beltline. That they own that too.
Yeah.
They own Painted Pens.
I didn't know anybody else about any of these.
Yeah.
So
It's like all over land.
yeah.
Yeah. I need to get some new. I need
more shoes.
tennis shoes.
Yes.
So now I went to.
This is the hot take. Let's go. Eat a moment. Take
right
Let's
here.
do it.
This is insane. This is total bullshit.
Yep.
People.
Yep.
So I went to PJ Superstore to buy my drips for my golf club.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, let me look at some shoes because they got tennis, they got pickleball, and they got
Pickleball section.
there's a pickleball section now. Then they have pickleball shoes. It's the same shoe as a tennis shoe. You play tennis on the same court.
Yeah.
I was like,
So they want people to buy golf shoes, right? Running shoes,
yeah.
pickleball shoes, and tennis shoes.
So you know what I'm going to buy?
What are you going to buy?
Basketball shoes.
Nice.
Because those are better for your stability on your ankles.
They're good for you.
So, I'm glad I need them because
Well, what are you going to do? Why don't you get a pair mocked up by
well, I do. Well, not for pickleball, but I do want to get some stuff mocked up.
some good days stuff?
We went Good Days, Cobb Father stuff. I mean, we got a new logo coming soon.
We got a shoe guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brady Miller, not related to me, but his dad's name's Jason.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Not related.
Yeah.
He does some really cool stuff. What is his handle? I don't even know.
Yes, it is.
Brady 11K on Instagram does awesome custom.
cheap shorts and
Yeah. Customizing sneakers, man. Doing a great job.
I might have to get some heater sneakers.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no pickleball. It's okay.
What was the cornhole update?
Moral update. Like I said,
Another loss, right?
no, we got our first victory
The week before. Me.
without Jason. We talked about it, right? That was a all in. Everybody played really well, right? It was, I think we finally
You think Jason's a
played. No, we played to our potential that week. This week, we had two members missing. It was just Jason and I and the Todd father. So we played against a couple of the young guys. You never
They work at the brewery.
Yeah,
One's
you
a brewer, the other guy's a bartender.
Yeah, you got to watch
Love
these
it.
young guys, right? These guys have been playing. I played in school, and played in my frat house, and blah blah blah. Sometimes you get absolutely trucked by these guys. These two, not so much. They may not have been playing in the right.
They should not be an intermediate plus. That's what we're in.
intermediate plus? It feels like a wrong division.
So I get sort of
Division. It should be beginner, intermediate, and then an expert.
Well, sometimes if you have too many teams, you don't want to overload one, so you kind of split things up. But yeah, it's not quite to the top of the heap, but you're better than the average and anybody who's a beginner. Anyways, these guys, super nice guys. So I don't want to, we kind of put it on them a little bit, and they were cool with it. They bought us a drink, we bought them a drink. That's what it's all about, right? We had a really good time with these guys, and I recognized at least the bartender, from going there and having beers there. So he was super nice. He's like, "Oh yeah, come in. We'll get you guys some drinks, get you taken care of." So, good for them for sticking it out and playing. Actually, I think they said they got their first win. The prior
they beat a team we lost.
yeah.
They had off there. No, they weren't great. The guy, when I was sort of against the Brewer, we did a third game for just shits and giggles. He hit the light fixture.
I don't think I'd be very good in there.
Yeah.
I can think of an outdoor climb pretty good in here.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I do. It's fun. It's there's no elements to worry about, right? The only thing that happens a lot is it's so slippery in there 'cause it's like a dance floor.
Yeah.
The boards really, really tend to move a lot. You got to stay on top of that and kind of put them back. But either way, so now we're 2-3. We got 9 more weeks. Again, we got 2 more regular seasons. We play a team we already beat last game of the season, but this match coming up tomorrow night or Wednesday night is against another very good team. A couple that we know.
They're all good.
Husband, wife, they're all good. They're all good. So
what time we play?
I think 7:50 again.
Oh, it's got to eat dinner at home.
Yeah, we got to keep it rolling, right? Get another dub and keep rolling into the playoffs. So
I got
excited about it.
I mean, speaking of dinner, it's a Monday. Who likes Mondays? No, Garfield said it best. I hate Mondays.
Yep. Oh, that's pretty good.
I came home.
Yep.
Steak dinner
On Monday.
and a baked potato and green beans. I mean, I don't think you could come up with a better meal.
No.
I think I gave my dad 4 fist bumps.
Did you?
Needed it.
And we have lots of leftovers.
Tomorrow. And steak to eat
I mean,
tomorrow.
we are gonna. I feel like I don't have to make dinner tomorrow. Trick, right? I could eat lunch at home if I want. Tremendous. That's the way to do it.
And my mom and I came up with an idea that we should have steak every Monday because of Monday.
Steak Monday.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not enjoy your Monday night? It's already been a shitty day.
And look, and I'm all about that. At least cook. If I'm gonna cook something on the grill or something big like that, cook at least 2 nights. Because you know what? It's the same effort to cook 2 steaks as it is 4 steaks.
Oh,
So you might as well make 4 and have some left over.
I got the thinner rib. So you got the thinner one?
Sure.
You cook like 8 minutes on each side. It was.
Some of your best, actually, like I was expecting.
I have a question about this. So we were just talking about it the other day. I know you guys were planners, right? Meal planning and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Do you buy your ingredients and then plan your meals, or do you plan your meals and then buy the ingredients?
So here's the thing. My wife gives me some shit because I sometimes not as helpful on planning the meal.
Fair.
Going to grocery stores. I mean, I'm a busy guy. That's not an excuse though.
Yep.
So she said on Saturday or something, she's like, you figure out the meals for the week. So I planned all the meals, checked what we had, and then we just bought what we needed.
Okay.
Good. So then sometimes we just open the drawer and like, we don't have to go to the swing.
Yeah.
I will say that
Pretty good winging it.
Yeah.
last week was pretty funny because I think we had 4 Chat GPT air fryer meals.
Nice. They were good.
They were good. They were solid.
Yeah. Overall, pretty good.
But it was just funny to me. They're like, yeah, my mom was like tired of the same.
And-
I just wanted to.
And Jacob has to clean the
Yeah, I did
dishes
up
up.
every night.
And one of the nights I made something, it was like the air fryer thing was just
Oh, yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. Oh no, it was the night mom cooked. I was like,
One of us.
she did
Yeah.
the fish and she didn't put any pork thicker in the air fryer.
See,
And it was just sticking to it.
you put in there.
You put the coffee filters in there.
Oh,
too.
it felt yeah.
Yeah, we have a fancy coffee thing, so. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind cooking. It's just having the time to do it. Like I got home reasonable. I was like 5, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to cook. I like using my pellet grill.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was home late.
and
Table.
dinner was ready. I mean,
Amazing.
like you don't have to make it complicated.
Yeah.
You know, all this like, what's marinade? Do this and have all these side dishes. That yeah, protein, a veggie. You know what? Baked potatoes are good for you. I don't put a bunch of shit on her, so
Yep.
it was definitely. I think it was a pretty good 4.5 out of 5 tonight. Solid meal.
I mean, for Monday, it was almost a 5 for me just because I came home late. I was working till 5:40 tonight.
I mean, it's kind of nice that. I mean, we may not do this every week, but having the podcast on a Monday night is not bad either.
It's not bad.
You know,
What's good days?
It sneaks up on you because all of a sudden I'm like, oh, damn, that's the night.
yeah. So
Like having that kind of break. What, do it on Tuesday?
normally it'll be Tuesdays, but every once in a while we may have to pivot.
Yeah.
And it gives me, and I can actually have this uploaded and done by Tuesday, really probably by Wednesday night. So, but all right, that's a wrap. Episode 6 is done. Next week we're going to jump into spring training, baseball,
Pitchers and catchers.
yeah, we're going to definitely talk about college football, and we might hit some current events. A lot going on in the world, and see what our opinions are, what's happening here, U.S. and abroad.
Can't miss.
And one thing we're going to do is keep drinking, snacking, and repeat.
See you next week.